Thank you, Aditi. Got a fun game here that you can play on Caesar Sportsbook and Casino. Who's going to be the leader in passing yards, rushing yards, and receiving yards? And here are the odds-on favorite: Mahomes, Henry, Adams. Is that the guy that our guy Emory Hunt's going to take? Or those are the guys Emory Hunt's going to take? As he joins us now on Fantasy Football today, as he always does. Emory, appreciate your time. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to you. And let's get right to it here with the passing yards leader. After hearing that report on Tua Tagovailoa, is that your guy to lead the league in passing yards for Week 12?
I don't know, man. You got to let me know if he looked himself into the mirror this morning. You got to check and see. But all seriousness, every time I see something involving the Texans, I feel like it's a trap, right? You got the big spread lines. You have this defense that sometimes plays well, but you got to go with who you know can get it done in the clutch. And I think Tua Tagovailoa in this passing game, coming off of a bye week, I feel like they will hit the ground running like they did prior to their bye. So I trust him to lead the league in passing yards this afternoon, because again, they have the receivers, they have the offense, they're in a groove, and they have the now extended rest that they're going to struggle early, but they'll get it going later on in the game.
And no Derek Stingley either on the other side, the cornerback there for the Texans. Should be a lot of offense for the Dolphins. Love the setup for Jeff Wilson as well, but Tua's in a good spot, plus 850 to lead the league in passing yards for this week. The receiving yards leaders, or odds-on leaders, odds-on favorites. Devontae Adams, number one. You see the list all the way down to Christian Kirk, but there's a guy on this list that you like, Emory, and it could be a fun game between two teams that are certainly going to look to hopefully light up the scoreboard.
Yeah, I like A.J. Brown going over his receiving total, number one, but also I think he'll lead the league in receiving yards this weekend. I feel like it's hit or miss with the Eagles. Sometimes he may have a great game. Sometimes it's Devonta Smith. Sometimes you may see Dallas Goedert. You may even see Quez Watkins catch a deep ball or two down the field. I feel like A.J. Brown has been sputtering a little bit. He has some fumbles, has some drops. I look for him to get it going in a primetime game against a big-time matchup in Green Bay. This is where the stars tend to elevate themselves, and I think Brown is primed for a breakout day, which would help him lead the league in receiving by week's end.
Yeah, I love two things you said there. One, primetime game. I think he's that type of player, shows up when the spotlight is on him, and I think, like you said, had a big fumble last week. I don't think that's going to sit well for him, so should come out and put on a big show against what has been a struggling Packers defense of late. All right, let's talk about the rushing downs leader here. Who's going to lead the league in rushing yards for this week, and who's the guy that you like for week number 12?
It wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Tannehill is already out there in full pads on the field, because this is the game that he was looking for after what happened last year in the playoffs. But it's not going to be about him. It's always going to be about Derrick Henry. And I think when you look at how they're running the football, how he's running the football, in conjunction with what the Bengals are not going to be able to do in stopping the run, they're going to be without some offensive weapons for themselves. So you may see a lot of 3-and-outs for Cincinnati, which means even more Derrick Henry time. So I think, yes, it's chalk, but you got to like the chalk in this situation because the matchup dictates it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Derrick Henry is the best passer for the Titans as well after what we saw last week with the jump pass and the touchdown to Austin Hooper. Emory, great job. Thanks for the picks here for the game on Caesar Sportsbook and Casino. So Emory's taking Tua to lead the league in passing yards for Week 12 at plus 850. Henry to lead the league in rushing yards at plus 500. And A.J. Brown in a primetime game against the Packers to lead the league in receiving yards. That's at plus 1,000.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.